Hello. Oh, audio output capture is not working. That's normal, I guess. Whatever. I didn't expect to stream today. You probably didn't expect me to stream today either, because we're not doing Spooky Saturday. The good news is I am streaming today. Bad news is, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be producing music. The bad news is you're gonna have to sit through me producing music. Anyways. Capture method automatic. Select display, this display. You'll notice that my freaking, if I did full screen, you'd see a crap ton of crap. That's because I am a 32:9 monitor user. Yes, we exist. Yes, we are insane. What are our thoughts on this layout right here? Also, you're not getting a VTuber model because VTube Studio decided to not work with any kind of webcam. Don't know what's wrong. I've tried going to old versions, the beta versions. Nothing here has worked. So you are dealing with a disembodied voice right now. And I think you should be grateful that you even get to see or even get to hear the disembodied voice, you know? Anyways, do about there. That looks good. There. I'm sorry. Scale to window. There we go. Yep. Let me open up Opera and boom, boom. And let's see if everything's working okay. If it is, then we'll get started and make some sick beats or something, I guess. Up Opera and boom, boom. And let's see if everything's working okay. If it is, then we'll get started and make some sick beats or something, I guess. Up Opera. Yep, starting to hear myself, so everything's going okay. Everything is hunky dory. All right. So that was it. That's the obligatory Dr. Pepper. Wasn't sure what I'm gonna create today, but I did see somebody making some digicore earlier. So maybe we'll go with that. But first things first, I am. Hmm. Hmm. Uh, Give me a second, chat. Give me a bit. Give me a moment. Give me, perchance, a bit of leniency because um FL Studio is showing my government name. And I don't exactly want that to be on screen.
This video is not sponsored by a
Sorry. I'm a little gross. It is what it is. Okay, it's really that simple. All right. I was wondering like why this wasn't a thing that I had to worry about beforehand. It's because I have an empty project here and it just says your full freaking name. Um nope, that's still showing my name. FL Studio 24. There we go. Sorry, I really did not expect this to be a thing. Why is this on by default? I am flabbergasted, quite frankly. Okay, it's gotta be this one, right? Yep. Hello, we're back. My freaking government name isn't here now. So it's a documas, I guess. I'll have to go back and remove that if I remember it. And let's get started, yeah? Yeah. So going back, I was working on gathering songs for another album or EP because it's been about 2-3 years since I put out one, and I've paid DistroKid enough that I should probably put out something. So here's what we got so far, and we'll see if we want to work on those or just make a completely new song. This one's not really EDM at all, but I like it anyways. Metronome silence. Oops, sorry. So that's that. I think I kind of cooked with specifically like the pianos and the violin and the strings all together. I think that's pretty good. I think I probably need to do a little bit better of a transition between over here, where it's like, because these are hypothetically supposed to be A in the same key and B use the same chords, but I just never got around to transitioning properly. So that's that. Yeah. The other one I have here is Frozen Flakes, which is a more happy hardcore-ish, if I'm remembering correctly. And those are the two songs that I've gone through so far that I think, yeah, they're close enough to finishing. I should put them in the album. If it'll load, of course. There we go. So that's that. It's a more kawaii future bass type thing. Not really happy hardcore, but I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what's going on there, but if I don't notice it, clearly it's not wrong, right? And I've, of course, got the little bleepy bloops. Sorry, I was plugging my MIDI in, or the piano I use as a MIDI keyboard. Set that sucker to be a MIDI controller. and open up SynthMaster, which I think also shows my government name, which is awesome. Everything's properly licensed under my government name, which is awesome until I want to stream. Not right now. Want to stream my process. Yeah. Yeah, it does show my government name. Anyways, this is one of the first times I've used like somebody's presets in my song. I usually asinine about making all my own stuff, but here we are. It's really just a saw thing. So we're yep, that's that. I really like the, I mean, it's dead simple what I've done here, but I really like the little chiptune synthesizer I've made here. It's just a square wave. It's literally just one square wave. I have the other one an octave up, and that one only goes on when the first one's released. Like it's basically sidechained to the first oscillator. Which I think is really cool. And literally all it does is bleep up when you let go. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, other than that, I think maybe just some noise or some more layers during the choruses, and this one's pretty much done. Let's look at some stuff that I haven't thrown in yet. Yeah, battle.flp. What is that? Oh, I was trying to make something kind of Darktide inspired. I hadn't played Darktide at the time. I just heard it was really good. That's just a throwaway thing. That's definitely not going in the album. Ender's theme and Happy Igoris are begin or return to begin and like icy snowflakes or something. That's what those two are. They're just saved as different names because I actually gave them a name now. This is a little breakcore experiment that I did. I'm not sure exactly how happy I am with it, but it might be good enough to make it into the album. So let's give that a quick listen. Yeah, that's about it. That's really the only thing that changes. I have these two master filters. You saw them earlier. literally just, you know, low pass, high passing everything. The piano that I got going on here. Sure these are on. That's not what I'm looking for. Here? Nope. This is... What is this? Why is this here? That is the bass. I'm not trying to look at the bass right now. Yeah. Oh my goodness, people are knocking at my door. I'll be right back. Hello, princess. We're back. Sorry. This is like a sample of my buddy played the piano at his grandma's house for like a, yeah, 5, 10, 15 minutes. And just send it to me and another buddy of mine to kind of flip and remix and see what we can make out of it. No offense to his piano playing, but I didn't want to go through and chop up everything. Into like cohesive chords and following a beat. I didn't want to do that. So I did what anybody would do, and I decided to make breakcore out of it, which is known for, you know, chopping up like more beautiful, dainty sounds and adding obnoxious drums to them. Okay, ignore that. That was me testing other stuff out. Yeah, so I did that and ended up chopping it to what you hear here, which is which I think turned out really nice. Hey, I'm trying to find it. I did, there we go. I did, transpose it to piano, which sounds a little something like this. Oh, it's capturing the wrong window. My bad. Yeah, I ended up just chopping it up. I didn't like how the piano sounded with everything else, so I ended up just doing piano by itself. Let's mute these tracks. I did add some processing here. I did a limiter just because of how many peaks there were. Rather than a compressor, I just had it be all the same. Added a filter. that over. I added a little bit of reverb. Help to smooth out the clicks. I mean, they're still clicks, but it helps to smooth them out. And I added some gain because it was really quiet without it. So that's those. That ended up going to sidechain. And now we come to, let's skip the drums for now and go for the bass, which is really just your average respace. See if I can do just that. There we go. It's a saw wave with a low pass filter with unison on it. We had some hyper for some more stereo. We had a bit of distortion. We add OTT. We add an EQ. We add another EQ that actually ends up doing nothing. And then we add some more distortion. This one is kilohertz overdrive. And that, of course, is also getting sidechained. Now we come to the drums. Oh my goodness. Sorry. First things first, as you always do, you chop up an almond break. And you might be like, oh my goodness, this sounds like garbage. That's because it does, actually. So we're gonna remove all the effects real quick. Make it a normal almond break. Pretty average. But it didn't really sit in the mix very well. It doesn't sit great in the mix right now, but I can't be bothered to change it. So I added everything on track 11 here, which is a limiter, a filter, a reverb, and a gain. This is kind of for the background to layer on top of what I have on track 17. We're going to turn track 11 down. What I added on 17, reverb. Barely any. Again, to help with the clicks. Some EQ. You'll notice I did some diabolical things here. I probably should be shot for this. And then, of course, I added distortion. Once again, probably should be shot for this. You'll notice without it, it's kind of left dry. And with it, I mean, it sounds like it's in a garbage can. I also added a kick. I felt it didn't have enough oomph. And you might be saying, Rogue, that sounds awful. You are correct. I ran it through a guitar distortion. For more punch. Again, yes, I know I should be shot for everything here, but I think it actually turned out decent. then, you know, after the break here, we add just a little violin. Nothing too special. Some more melodics. Again, really nothing special, but for my first time trying anything related to breakcore, I think I did a decent job. Also, I think I turned my homie's song piano thing into something pretty decent. So that's that. I think I might put that in the album. Where are we? Where are we? This is something recent. I was trying to do something kind of like Milkoi or Milkoi's the only one that comes off the top of my head, but a piano kind of peaceful sounding thing. Yep, so that's that. Fairly recent. So I think it needs a little bit more cooking before it gets tossed in the album. What else do we have here? We have Mommymer. So I got a buddy, his name's Echo's Not Real. And before we were great friends, or I don't know about, before we were as good friends as we are now, I watched a few of his videos, and he said Thermomemer, and we made fun of him for that, because who wouldn't? Oh, he was playing Phasmophobia. And of course, it's now a Discord soundboard in the server that we were in. But before that, I made a little song about it, and you'll notice that the sample's missing. I just don't have it downloaded anymore. It used to say Thermomemer right here, and then Thermomemer over here. That's about it. I just made a quick dubstep thing. It's not thought out enough to even be thrown in the album. So here's what it is, though. 2010s style dubstep. I'm really proud of the basses that I did on this one. Yeah. Here you can hit a bit of a thermometer. Mommymer. Yep. I'm sorry. That's about it for this one. Oop, featuring Hatsune Miku. I had just gotten Hatsune Miku, didn't really know what to do with her.
Take me away to the place we call home. Sing me a song so that longers will know.
I tried doing a little bit of vocal work with her. This is kind of the song it was backed up against. Really didn't go anywhere, but a nice little snippet of a song, which is why I haven't deleted it. Overture is me trying to figure out how to play Overture by Arm's Length. Arm's Length is a great band if you haven't heard of them. If you like Hot Mulligan or more emo songs, they're really good. Yep. I don't want to play all of it because it might be copyright. Also, it's really just not my music. But it's a really good song. So, shout out to Arm's Length, I guess. What do I have here? Oh. This is a very, very old project that I was trying to piece together from what I had heard. There was a lot more to it, but I just don't have the project anymore. This is like 2020 or 2018, somewhere in that realm. Like, it's very freaking old where it originally came from. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do anything with that. Rise. What is this? Oh, this is kind of like generic. I don't know. Whatever it is generic. I don't know. I think it's supposed to be like fighting music, but in the background. It's really not anything good, but it's there. Skippy Bebop. I'm terrified of what this could be. Oh, never mind. I'm not terrified. Yeah, it was supposed to be a more artcore-y song, which is where the time changes from 3/4 to 6/8 to 4/8 came in. I just need to get a little bit better of a transition right here, and I think this one's like ready to frickin' sail into the album. Other than that, not a whole lot from FL Studio. Let's open up Reaper real quick. We'll make this. I mean, yes, I said this was a producing stream. Let me at least just like show you guys all of the random freaking musical projects that I've been passively working on. Recent projects. Let's see what we got. This is old as hell stuff. We got Bullet for My Valentine. Oh, this is Tears Don't Fall. Sorry. I don't think it'll be copyright because I made all of this myself. So everything here at least. I'll do a little bit of vocals. Why not? And here's where he's like, oh! You probably heard like none of that. Just because it interprets my screaming as the most. Because it is. Yep, that's Bullet from My Valentine's Tears Don't Fall. Let me see if I can turn off there's noise suppression compressor limiter. Alright, I'm gonna turn off noise suppression and try and do the scream again. Let me get some water first, actually. You can live with this for a second. Let's go! There, filters are back on. I don't want to scream too loud because my siblings do have guests over. They're having a little bit of a party upstairs. But you know what? If I'm forced to deal with people in my house, they can deal with me screaming every now and then. How's that? Sorry. Let's go to the next project. A little bit of goofy sound there. Okay. BRRCV. This is Brown Recluse by Winter Forever, which is a band from here in Idaho that I really like. So I tried at least starting a little cover from a song of theirs. I didn't do it the greatest. If you can't tell, I'm not the greatest at playing to a quick sorry, a click track or anything. Let me see if I can find the song. I might get a little bit of a copyright claim for this, but I think I'm willing to take that chance. So Brown Recluse. I'll just play a little bit of it. It's Brown Recluse by Winter Forever.
It feels like there ain't.
Let me skip to the important part. Sorry. It's like right here.
Maybe
Winter
I
Forever.
never really
Northwest emo.
knew myself at all.
That's what I was going for here. As you can hear, it didn't quite nail it. Yeah. I've tried to do a whole bunch of these like kind of covers, guitar covers or whatever. This one I'm not going to show because I know that Universal Music Group owns I Prevail, I'm pretty sure. So I would get slapped down quick. Like real dang quick if I played like anything there. But I do have a little preview up on Twitter if you want to look at like kind of what I was doing there. We got, let's do recent projects again. That's probably just way easier than going through my crap. Midwest emo shenanigans. I'm probably never gonna finish this, but you know, nope, never mind. It's not this one. This one's on my freaking second YouTube channel. If you didn't know, I have a second YouTube channel where I post things that don't belong on the main channel, like most everything. I am looking for a specific thing. Is it Lamau? It's not Lamau. Guys, I need to name my projects actual things. This is it's a problem that I have. IDK man? It might be this. This is my intro song. I made it all with physical instruments that I have, which is why it's all audio here. We're not going to go through that. I just want to open... I have a different Midwest emo thing that I was working on. I just don't know where it got put. If it's not FLC. FLC is Feel Like Crab. That Summertime Record is A. Recent projects. What about IDR2 actual music stuff? IDR2. I can't find anything, dog. Actual music stuff. Summertime Record. That's that. Samples. Noodling around with piano. Miku export. MIDI from Miku. Those are not. Eddie K-Man was this. Gata thing. I don't remember what that is. Oh, this is the Midwest emo thing. Sorry, I'm kind of ruining it by trying to scroll around. That's rather annoying. Yeah. Capo 4 FAC GCE tuning. I was just kind of noodling around trying to make something. I don't know what I'm doing a lot of the time. I don't know if that's becoming increasingly obvious. It should be. If I'm doing stuff with like synths, I'll mainly use FL Studio. But if I'm doing stuff with if I'm doing stuff with like actual instruments, I'll mainly use Reaper. So today, let's be using FL Studio, just because it's a pain in the butt to get my other audio interface that I would typically use for like guitar input and stuff just doesn't work along with YouTube Studio. So a lot of my crap isn't working right now, which pisses me off to no end, but yeah. We just work with what we have. So today, why don't we build a little something together? So hear me out. I downloaded Serum 2. I own Serum. I own Serum 2. I haven't tried anything with it, so I don't actually know how any of this stuff works. So let's try and do something with Serum 2 today. How does that sound? We're about an hour into stream. Let's actually like start creating something. How does that sound? That's audio processing type, whatever. That's Serum. Digicore. Let's make some Digicore. But one of the best things that I saw that Serum 2 does is makes the default freaking thing the whole default shapes wavetable. So we'll start off with a little bit of plot. How does that sound? Great, I hear you all say, because you're in my head. So let's choose the scale that we're in. Why can't I choose? Oh. Let's do G sharp major. Major G sharp. We'll go. Oh. Yep, that sounds like garbage. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Da, da. I don't know what I'm doing, dog. I think I'm going insane. I'll typically listen to songs in the genre that I want to, like, take inspiration from. But I am on stream. So I'm gonna search it for royalty-free Digicore. Royalty-free Digicore. Videos. Yeah, I was watching this guy earlier.
Digicore is the easiest genre to do sound design for. It
Night Tiger.
literally takes 10 seconds to make most of the sounds.
Let's kind of listen to the ending part.
The dubstep bass. Hold on. Maybe not dubstep, but drum and bass for sure. Let's put that one in place of our previous respace. I hope this
Okay, so we're kind of looking for a type situation, if that makes literally any sense to you people. I'm gonna go ahead and bet that it does not. Hey, can't type? Why can't? There we go. Let's. All right. What? I've been going about this all wrong. Let's start with a chord progression. I don't even like the synth sound we're using anymore. Let's change it to a bit wider of a square wave. Add a little bit of unison. Drop that sucker down. That's better. Okay, so we're looking kind of like, step record, please. That's step edit. I would like to step record. Whatever. Did we not record that at all? Awesome. We'll do. No, that's just not what I was playing earlier. What was it? Yeah. We're going. That's close enough, you know. We'll drop this over here, quantize it. Set it to beat, quantize, and then turn the tempo to. Yeah, I'm so good at everything I do. Rogue, how do you do it? That's what they tell me all the time. Anyways, been 3 years since an album, guys. Set all of the velocity the same. Rather than going up here. Let's go down. Yeah. I could care less what it sounds like as chords. I need it to be an ARP. I need this to go down about. How's that? No, not strum. You see, I like the sound of that. Let's move forward with that. We'll grab another serum. Am I going insane? I am. Serum 2. I've got the processing power. Let's set this sucker to overdrive. We'll do a lead sound, I think. Detune, make that smaller. Oh, y'all can't see what I'm doing. My bad. Mono. Always portamento. Try something like that. If it's not obvious, I actually don't really play stuff live as much as I program stuff. So this is a little bit new for me. There we go. So we'll set this one as lead, this one as pluck. Let's get bass chords in here. Yes, we're going to be using another serum. Yay! This one we'll just set as a saw wave, slight detune, and we'll just go ham. We're going to Control A, Control C, Control V, move it up an octave, and then down 8. Whatever. We'll just use the notes we already have. I am so lazy, and you can sue me, I guess. So we'll do here, here, here. Oh, we already have that. That's already the third. Oh, Control B that. Move this one up till it's on my. Now let's start adding some like sevenths. This is how I do my chords. I do the bass chords. I add some funky stuff on top. Drop the root. let's see what happens if we raise sorry. Raise that last note. Instead of repeating, let's try and do. Okay, so we have the basis for our song. We're going to turn this off and then basically just make it again. But with different patterns so we can sequence it better. Yeah. So we'll start with the pluck. Go into here. Yep. And we can even rename it to intro pluck. Then we'll add lead. Then we'll add the chords. Yay! Chords. Oh, my bad. We need to go first to pattern 1, come over here to the chords, and copy those suckers over to here. DG core. Save that so we don't lose everything when something inevitably goes wrong. You can hear that these chords are just way too fast. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna make another one. We're gonna make this one unique, and then double how long each of these chords are. Yep. Now we'll make a really hard beat. It'll go something like Anyways, we're gonna search for a kick. I don't trust my own kicks anymore. Oh, it's going to be annoying today. I see. Why is lick the floor kick a thing? I just want kicks, man. These are my kicks. I don't want my kicks. I don't want that kick either. These are acoustic kicks. GRV. I like this one. So we're gonna add it. And we're gonna edit it because it's got a little too much going on. I hate when I do this. I always try and play it, but then I'll drag it out. We're gonna go ahead and delete that one. I'll go. There we go. That's the side of the kick I want. What's the tempo? Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. That's exactly what I'm going for. Now let's get ourselves a snare. I'm gonna tune this snare up a little bit when it comes to pitch. Set to stretch pro. Okay, and the other thing we're gonna do, I've kind of forgotten how to do it, since I've only ever done it to set up my preset projects. Every time I upgrade FL Studio, my old preset project freaking disappears, and then I have to do everything over again, and it's really a pain. But we will change. We will grow and we will become better. Anyways, I need a MIDI out to. Can we move, please? Am I hitting Alt or am I hitting? Okay, move. Thank you. It's Shift, by the way. MIDI out. We're gonna match the kicks and the snares for a side chain. So we're gonna do that, and then we're going to port it out on channel 15. Okay, now we're gonna come over here and add a few of these suckers. Set this one to side chain. Sorry. And then we're gonna add LFO tool, because I own LFO tool, and I'm going to use it because I paid money for it. Now we're going to come over here. We're going to set the input port to 15. Now supposedly, nope. We need note retrigger. Okay, that's that. Now we are going to set all of these three suckers, pluck, lead, and serum 2, to their own channel. Shift, is it shift? No, control click, and then right click, route to this track only. Now, supposedly, when I put this sick beat here, let's stop listening to the kick. And the snare. You can hear that it's happening there. And what we're gonna do is we're going to repeat what we've got here. I think. Why don't you last a little longer? Not that much longer. Take a time. Whatever. We'll boost you too. Why not? Yep, that's something. We'll come over here, we'll go to these. Da, 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 da. Something like that. And then we need like the long chords here. Set them here. Move all of this out of the way. Don't like how it goes there, so let's just go straight into the beat. Let's turn the boost down. Let's get some EQ on this kick. I want more bass thump out of it. Not and a little bit of distortion, but that's not too hard. So let's just we will add soundgodizer because it makes it sound good. Am I wrong? I don't know. I kind of like it right now. Let's see how it sounds in the mix. Get out of the way. I soloed this, didn't I? F6. Yep, that's soloed. And that snare is sounding mighty dry, so we're gonna go ahead and give it some reverb. Don't want to see this. Let's solo this. Let's get some EQ, get that high end up a little bit. Oop, not that much. Turn down the boxiness. Turn down the bass, but give it a little more of a hit there. We'll add a reverb. Kilohertz reverb. You will do fine. If you ain't redlining, you ain't headlining. That's what I always say. Anyways, let's put a limiter on the master. For your guys' sake, at least. Now, some changes I do remember I need to make, for the pluck at least. It is very dry, and I've heard that you need delay. Let's add some delay. You got down sample. Let's add a little bit of a reverb. We need some hats. Cannot live without my hi-hats. Hi-hat. We got 909s. I love my 909s. We'll go ahead and drag these two in here. We'll do... I like to do like advanced fill. Set this to every other. Can I just... Let's reset and actually do it on the drum track. Thoughts, opinions. I said drum track. One every four. I don't know what I'm doing. If that's not obvious. Yep, that's here. So let's add some sub bass here. First, we need to take it out from everything that has it. If we go over to the drop. That's fat. Make sure we can get from that. We shouldn't have any either. This is horribly CPU inefficient what I'm doing right now, but I could just be using like a normal filter, but you know what? We ball. We hecking ball is what we do here. Let's take the bass here. We're gonna add yet another serum. Oh, no, that's serum 1. We do not use such archaic synths in our time. Anyways, F6, let's solo and listen to just the pattern. I don't know about you, but listening to a saw at such a low frequency just like makes my jaw feel soft. Basically what we're doing is we're making a Reese bass. Set this to a envelope. focus on solo and lists and hello and listen. Oh, that bass is a little too punchy. Yep. I'll work on this more at a separate time. I'm not feeling working on this anymore. I don't know if I'm feeling working on anything right now, so I might just end the stream. It's a little short snippet of a stream. It's only what, hour 45. But that should make it easier to digest. Watching me fail and go through old projects. Yeah. If you're watching the VOD, thank you for the VOD, for watching the VOD. If you're watched it live, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I'm definitely not making this a video, so